Rares and meetings. It's rares and mythics meeting. So we're just gonna go through all of the rares and mythics, and just very briefly talk about all of them, so that everyone has an idea of how they play, how good they are, how good of a payoff they are. Like, we should talk about, like, is this a payoff that you like? Is this just a good card in every deck? Do you like need like 7 of a type to play this card, 10 of a type to play this card? Like, how much do you want to enable it versus just like treating it as a good card? Um, some rules: you're not allowed to say things about a card unless you have actually played with it. Unless like no one has played with it, in which case like you can say things about playing against it. And if anyone says that we're taking too long and we should move on a card, we immediately move on. Like, no questions asked. We want this to go not forever. Okay.
I think we should start with the special guests.
No, we should end with the special guests. I don't think we should start with the special guests.
Or can I have a special guest in my mind?
Okay, anyways, Figure of Fable. I've played with this card once. It was absurd.
Nuts.
Very good. Just strong card everywhere.
Possibly best card on the set. Sorry, which card?
Figure of Fable.
Oh.
The like level up thing. It's just that the like last mode just wins the game. Notably, you can equip a stalactite dagger to it and skip the first 2 modes. So that's like a little not that relevant.
There's no way I would have thought about that if you didn't say it out loud.
Good thing I said it out loud.
I mean, that's like kind of not really going up.
It
on
only
meta
saves
and-
2 mana total. It's not that relevant, but yeah. Put it in all of your green or white decks.
If you activate this and then Abigail it still has the power and toughness it had, right?
It still has the power and toughness, but it loses like protection
The
from
ability.
yeah.
Okay. And
So
It's no
probably
more
don't
true
do that.
nemesis, So
Kin's Care Sentry.
good, but not like gonna run away with the game. The attacking ability is kind of hard to make work, because if you're putting in something small, it often just gets blocked.
Do you just like not often use the attacking ability?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you will use it sometimes, but like
It's
you
really just
would
a good
snowball
rate,
easily. Yeah, but it's like a good rate creature.
I played against this card, and my opponent put in no creatures with it because they didn't really have any creatures, because they just cast them. And it was a 2/2 first strike lifelink, which is good, but
Chris notes on Figure of Fable, don't use passivisms on it.
Oh yeah, the passivisms will fall off. Risk the Evermore.
Fine minus.
Not premium, decent. There's a lot of exile and weird removal on stuff, and there's a lot of high toughness in this set, so creatures bounce off. So I think this looks a lot worse than it actually is, but it's above, like, it's probably like a C+.
I have played with this card in some arena decks. At its best, you flash something in, you get a thing with persist, or with like a counter ability. Like it jumps and then it comes back, and you get the counter, and you get to draw a card, or you get to make another 1/1 or whatever. That's like the ceiling. The floor is a 2/2 flash, and that is like
Most of the time.
yeah. The tap remove counters is like not very real.
Is a little good with the Kithkin that regrows things. If you have 3 or more creatures, it like comes back, regrows itself, then you recast it.
It can target itself.
It comes back with persist. Yeah, it can target itself when it dies, because you get a trigger on the stack and then it sees itself in the yard.
That's very funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good pack for what would you pick? Screenshot. There's like 6 suspects.
Okay, Abigail, Eloquent First Tier.
I think this card is great. I think you just put it on a thing and it's big and it kills your opponent.
It's a bomb. It's also, there are ways to re-get the effect, like the 3-mana changeling that bounces something, the 2/2 flyer, personify. Like there are ways to like get it more than once. It's very strong and it just wins the game.
Runes everywhere except blue red.
I think I had like a early access game where my opponent like put it on a 6/6, then chumped with the Abigail and put it on a different thing, with like getting it back with Unbury or something.
Notably, this is like probably at its worst in the Merfolk deck, just because Merfolk bodies are shitty and the abilities are important. But it's quite good in Kithkin, and I imagine it would be okay in Treefolk, or even Elves.
Deepway Navigator.
One of the premium Merfolk payoffs, probably worse than the uncommon, but like I kind of consider them pretty similar cards.
I have played with this a couple times. I think that it is. I would not say it's. Okay, it's. I think it's like as premium as the like uncommon Lord, but like don't be fooled by the rarity symbol. It's not like better than that. Like
I would say it's slightly worse.
Yeah, it is slightly worse, except it is. Certainly, it is possible to get your opponent with it. I got Jay really hard with
I would
it.
say that if you're playing as a Merfolk deck, be aware of this card, potentially Anthonying all your opponent's Merfolks.
It's really hard to play around.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is definitely hard to play around. The untap is maybe a little less useful because Merfolk are somewhat small, so like giving them vigilance is, or like giving them pseudo vigilance for a turn is like not always that relevant. And also you should note that you need like an actual large density of Merfolk to like make this good, because like you need to attack with 3 Merfolk to get the +1/+0, and not just like it doesn't like passively give things buffs. It also doesn't buff things on blocks. So in fact, I think it's substantially worse than the uncommon Lord, except that it has some blowout potential stuff that does matter. Stalactite Dagger is a way to get like multiple Merfolk, which can matter with this.
I think it's worse than the Eclipsed Merfolk as well. I think by quite a bit.
Yeah. Adept Water Shaper. I played with it once. It was good.
It's good. I played against it a lot. I've never played with it.
It was just like a good card. It wasn't.
It's well statted.
Yeah, well statted. The ability is pretty nice for giving you like free attacks.
Yeah, it's only really like good when you're like ahead and just like on the aggressive, in which case it can be like very annoying for your opponent.
Well, it also can do work in Merfolk where you have
Thinking
Merfolk
about-
that want to tap to do things. Like
Sure,
when I had it in the Merfolk deck, and I would just like play my 2-mana 2/2 that taps to gain 2. Like when it gets tapped, I gain 2 life. My opponent plays something that can profitably block it, and I just play my 3/4 and attack with my 2/2 and just like gain 2 life anyways.
Like blow out on blocks when you have convoke instance.
Yeah, convoke instance on blocks, and I highlighted the other day in the draft. I didn't get to do it, but Gristle Glutton plus this is kind of funny. You get an indestructible blocker.
I considered Stringleaf when I had it. I didn't pull the trigger.
Yeah, Springleaf is probably too bad. Yeah.
So for this one, like, how much do we actively want to be in Merfolk versus we don't?
No,
just a
say
white
anything
card.
else?
just a
Yeah,
card.
That's what I thought.
A Johnny.
Very good at it.
I've never played with it. I've never played against it. Has anyone
I
had
played
experience?
against it. It's a bomb.
Yeah.
I played this card in a single Elam. My deck was shitty. I had a Johnny. Johnny was the only thing carrying that deck. I had one other bomb, but a Johnny is broken.
Yeah, I've played it with and against it. It is very hard to outpace, especially when it comes down on turn 3.
Compare it to like Oko or like.
It's like
Atlas
similarly
Command, or,
hard
like,
to
other
out.
really broken cards.
It's very similarly hard to outpace as Oko. I think it's even harder to outpace than Oko, because if you play it late, the 3-mana Oko from the set,
Oh, from the same
not
deck.
not the
Okay.
not that Oko. Yeah.
The one that's legal.
Yeah. But it's just like this. It's a little better than Oko when you're behind, and worse than Oko when you're ahead, I think.
Can I skip ahead of order here to go to Johnny?
Yeah.
Why is Oko is very mediocre data?
Really
Yes.
interesting.
I also
Probably
feel
people
like
playing in the blue decks.
I think it's more to do to its colors than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is relevant towards taking the card, which
Yeah, you need to be blue and green.
I also think it's a little bit of an arena drafters thing.
What's the improvement on drawing? I'm curious.
Is it someone opening Oko, trying to force blue-green, and getting a really bad deck?
Yeah, I think IWD is the biggest stat for Oko to care about, not game in hand.
Yeah, that was my thought, but I mean, it might not be that insane either.
I had Oko in like a blue-red deck, and I like my mana was really bad.
IWD is 8.
And
Okay, yeah. So I think this is just arena player opens Oko, forces blue green, or puts Oko in a deck with like not very many green sources.
Okay. Force blue green.
Yeah.
No, you play off your treasures. Did you flip off your treasures or something?
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, a Johnny really strong. Don't pass. Play it in late. Anyway, doesn't matter. Bridget.
Nuts. Very strong.
Yeah, that card is.
Both sides of the card are very relevant. Getting the mana flare is like really strong.
Would you play it in mono white?
Would I play it in mono white?
Or like, how good is it if you can't flip it?
Well, it's much worse, but it's a fine rate feature.
Yeah, above red creatures.
Yeah.
It doesn't break board spells, but it does like enable breaking board spells.
Well, you make a 1/1 every 2 turns, kind
of.
of.
Like for being like the worst case on a broken card, it's not that bad. And I mean, there are expensive payoffs, and there are ways to draw a lot of cards.
But I will note that like the Kithkin deck has a lot of mana sinks, so the mana burst is like very strong.
Yeah, that's really what I think. Like, it's not amazing if you play it on turn 8, but it's good if you play it on turn 8.
Clashing Festival,
Timid Shieldbearer.
Yeah.
Don't forget that you can activate the mana ability before you flip it.
Yes. You trigger goes on the stack. You tap for mana. You pay mana, and then it flips, and then you make a 1/1.
Also, the like even just like Miss Meadow, like the 4/3 draw card, like that's functionally a mana sink for this kind of card. You can just like play through cards. Like I played a single ELM against Ryan, where I had
4/3.
my second pack was
common.
First pick Rigid, second pick Rigid, and I just like swapped to it. And like I ended up losing that match. I had like a very poor keep in game 3 and just like got curved out. But like there was a game where I just like played Rigid on turn 3, flipped it on turn 4, and played like 3 creatures and just like killed you. Yeah. Like the card is disgusting in like a remotely even game.
Yeah. So you likely want to be in green white, but
How are they handling flip cards at the Pro Tour? Are they forced?
I believe they're sleeving them.
Okay.
Or at least that's happened for every flip card set since, or like since like MH3 or something, at the very least. Sig's command. Anyone?
This is the only command that I am not excited about splashing. I think this one's only good in Merfolk.
I
Agreed.
But it is good in Merfolk. It's like one of the
Yes.
premium cards. Maybe not like again not as good as the Uncommon Lord, but like you're very happy to have it in your deck.
Are you often looking to use copy target Merfolk? Is that why?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've splashed it in Kithkin before. It's fine. If I remember
I
correctly.
would say
a lot of Merfolk are
when
I
I
had changelings.
when I cast the card, copy target Merfolk certainly feel like the most powerful mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because being so cheap at 3 mana,
Yeah.
it's very easy for that to be like pretty much already getting you 3 mana's worth of a card, and the other one's like you treat it as like, play a creature with some ETB effect.
Great. Compared to like Wanderwine Farewell or Merfolk, like Uncommon Merfolk Lord, like better or worse as a Merfolk payoff?
I would say if you're in the Merfolk space, it's likely lower priority than the Lord, but higher priority than the Farewell.
I would say the same.
What about the Eclipsed?
Similar?
I think that's tough comparison.
Yeah,
About the
take
same,
one, move on.
About the same.
Move on. Okay. Bridget's command. This is like distinctly better than Sig's command, right?
Yeah.
This is the green white command.
Oh, yeah, it's very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good. I would splash it.
It
Like,
also-
the +3/+3 in fight is like a great card.
Yeah.
Just a good card.
I think so. Yeah.
Like play it. It doesn't matter if it's your Kithkin.
And like the upside of being a 3 mana copy is also ridiculous.
Kirill, Attentive First Year. This is the thing that you can like tap 2 creatures to double a trigger.
Someone went off against me with the Liminal Hold. It was Phil, actually.
I have actually played with the card. And So yeah, it works with Liminal Hold and Explosive Prodigy are the two like really big ones because they're removal spells as triggers. Just good with Vivid stuff in general, and like worst fail case, it's a like 3 mana 3/3. And like there you will often have enough triggers that it will do something. You should maybe like pay attention a little bit to like how many triggers you have to figure out like how good this is. It's not something that you really need to like build around just because like it's a 3 mana 3/3 and the difference between it being like really good or not that good is not that big, and there's no like bad cards that become good cards just because you have this card. It's mostly making your good cards better, kind of like it's like Twin Flame Travelers. Basically. I think it's almost entirely like a similar card to Twin Flame Travelers and what it does.
In fact, I'd also put it like I would put it in elemental stacks.
Yeah.
Happy to put it there.
Champions of the Caution.
That card's so good. Like it's a combat trick. It can save a creature, or if like they go to remove it, you can just champion onto your creature. If the champion goes away, it comes back. It's very good with Undulan Weaver. Like I think I've kept saying this so many times, but it's very nice. It just never goes away unless they exile it. Kithkin ETBs, very nice.
It's very good when enabled, but like with all of these.
When it's enabled in the Kithkin deck, it is very, very strong. I don't, especially because it has champion Kithkin. I don't think you can play it.
This is the first champion we've seen, and we were talking about in this meeting. How many creatures of the requisite type do you need?
8 probably is minimum.
Like just to cast that is what I'm saying. Basically, 8 makes sense for like similar to the number of lands.
I think for this card you want slightly more than that.
Yeah,
You definitely want something more than that. That's
Yeah,
where
for-
I'm
yeah.
like 10
For-
plus.
I think if I put them on like the balance of like Lord to Lord, I think you want like probably 10 or 11 for this one.
Yeah, 10, 11 for this one, maybe like 8 for the blue one because that one's just generally good.
And the champion of the perfect too.
So
That
you
one's
want
just
like more
generically good.
card draw to actually find your lower.
Morning Tide's Light. This is the like weird fog kind of card. Like you get to long blink any number of creatures and fog for a turn.
If it's good, I plan to miss it.
It's a bomb. It's I think you specifically play it in white aggressive decks, and you're playing it for the exile, not the fog. It's a little awkward because it's only good at certain points of the game, but it will just win any game by exiling all of your opponent's creatures and then killing them.
You don't call fall for a bomb.
I have played this. I don't think this is a bomb. This is a way to break board stalls, and
Right.
you want to play it in decks that want ways to break board stalls, because if you have a board stall and if you have a good board and they have a good board, like when you get any ETBs back, you swing for a huge chunk of their life total. They lose any tokens, and you fog. But it's not a fog. It's a
falter.
I get a free combat step is what it is, not a fog.
It will win games, I think, most of the time.
But I don't think you should take this as a bomb. You should take this as like a card that is very good in white aggro decks.
Yeah.
But it is not
and nowhere else.
Yeah.
I think you should be pretty liberal about sideboarding it out. If you're ever in a matchup where you feel like you're going to be behind at all, I think it can turn into blank cardboard pretty easily.
Yeah.
And then I think there's also decks where you might want to start it in the sideboard as well.
Okay, I'm gonna start organizing this sealed deck.tech view in a very specific way where the A plus through B columns are like just like are going to be cards that are like generically strong and not like conditional, sorted by how strong, like generically strong they are. C plus is going to be like strong cards that need to be built around, and then like C maybe will be like slightly weaker cards that need to be built around, and then C minus will be like really weird cards, which is why I'm putting like Morning Tide's Light. And then we could put like D for like unplayable or something. Bree of Clan Stout Arm. This is the red white 4/4 giant.
Awkward because it's not a supported color pair, but like quite good.
Yeah. Very powerful.
I cast it once and it was a kill on sight.
I've cast this card like 3 times and it was a kill on sight every time.
Yeah.
I think I've drawn 1 card off of it when I attacked with my 2/2 and then cast it.
I saw someone put the amulet on giant, cast it, draw a card, and every time they play a changeling, they draw a card.
Oh, the pennant, Dawn
Yeah,
plus
yeah.
pennant. Yeah, that's funny.
I don't think you can do that, but
Well, I think that's actually sounds reasonable.
If you have it.
Yeah, I think it's just generically powerful card that you might need to splash. But I have definitely had red-white decks, just randomly.
I mean, that was what I did this morning. The one white card in my deck. And I felt very confident about my choice to splash it.
Duran, Besieged by Time.
I think this is a good card and something that I have not been able to figure out how to draft it. But I think that there is like a Doran deck, like to
it's not a Doran deck, it's your vivid deck that's
Yeah.
green, and all your random cards have more toughness, so now they
Yes.
attack.
Well, it pumps 3/1s just as much as it pumps 1/3s.
Yeah.
Which is really important. Like, you know, we're used to reading Doran as like the toughness thing.
yeah.
It also just doesn't. It like pumps. It just gives you so much power. and
It's a
toughness. Your board-
5/10 for 4.
I think a Doran deck is a deck that can cast Doran.
It's literally
Yeah.
Yeah, I strongly agree.
But-
But if you were in black white, green white, white black, I would figure out how to splash this card.
Yes.
Yes.
or black rain.
The fact that it's
I'm sorry, that's right.
it
I
does
thought you
unlock
said all
too
three.
No, you didn't.
is huge.
Awesome, another broken elves card.
Slumbering Walker. This one's also just
Banger.
a really strong card.
Everyone knows it's good.
Yep. Kin Binding. Just another really strong card.
Really broken.
Eridu. Just another really
I don't
strong
even know what the
card.
backside does. I know it's just
It gives
Slayer.
your things persist.
Yeah, if
Okay.
you can find a way to flip it,
Yeah.
I would try to.
Flipping it is good. You do not need to be able to flip it to put in your deck.
I
4/4
just know
lifelink flyer is good.
5/5.
5, yeah. 5/5.
Sorry.
It becomes a 1/1 after being blight rotted.
It's a tired base
Winnowing. Is this unplayable?
Yes.
I would
believe
think so. Yeah, I agree.
I think decent sideboard.
Sorry.
I think Sam just said sideboard.
Yeah. Yeah, changelings make this card very awkward.
But I don't think that's good.
Yeah, happy to board it in if they have a bad day before.
I bet my opponents have lost to it a lot by having it in their hand and I never see it.
Emptiness. Very strong, I assume.
Yeah.
Don't have to watch
I don't actually think this one is that strong. I think this one is definitely good, but I would not put it in the same tier as like Abigail Bridges' command here. I think it's closer to like Kinscare Century.
No, you can play the spells and then give value at the cost, basically.
Yeah, I think that, yeah. I think it's easily the worst of the cycle.
No, the
Wor-
red-white one works.
So the thing I think I like about Emptiness is I think it's a good mono black card.
Yeah.
And Catharsis,
Yeah.
I'm not super thrilled in mono white or mono red.
Yeah, I think Catharsis is the worst of them.
Yeah, I actually think like the 6 mana Emptiness mode that's just like a Chupacabra is pretty damn good. Or a Necrotal or whatever people call it.
It's a skin under.
Thank you.
Emptiness is probably one of those cards that's for black. You'll play white black.
Yeah.
So I assume like in white black it's like really like on par with like the best cards in the set, but you're almost never white black, so like you treat it as white or black, and it's
I think it's
very
best
still
mono
very
black.
good in neither of those. It's good. Speaking of Catharsis, I've had this in a red white deck. It was very strong in the red white deck. It was Imidane's Recruiter. It is not like better than Imidane's Recruiter though. The 6 mana was a little awkward to get to sometimes, and there was one game where it like very easily won the game, and there was one game where it like did a lot, but then like I lost the game because like I didn't have follow up.
I had Catharsis in my first trophy deck here at the house, and it was quite powerful in conjunction with her Twin Flame Travelers.
Yes.
That was an especially powerful interaction.
I would think it's especially powerful with Flame Brighter, the 2 mana elemental
Yes.
dork.
Yeah.
But I think that the red side is probably the more powerful side.
Yes.
It's fucked up with combined.
Yes, that was the that was how I won with
In
it.
general, can we like avoid rare is fucked up with other rare unless it's like especially you should look out for?
I will say one thing you can do with Catharsis that is a little more worth it than with other elementals, but still only questionably worth it, is Personify Scam it, where you can go evoke red, hold priority, Personify Scam, get the 3/4 and 1/1, the 1/1 from Personify, and then you get the haste.
That's pretty real.
It's better than the other elementals using for Personify Scam a little bit because like the haste matters, but it's still I still wouldn't like put Personify in my deck just because I have Catharsis. You would want other things as well. Curious Colossus. Best card in the set, or one of the best cards in the set.
Yes.
Great. I'm not gonna rank the rare lands.
Because they're terrible.
No.
Negative.
Flitterwing Nuisance.
Pretty good.
I think it's pretty good.
Good, yeah.
Not a bomb, but definitely good.
A card you're happy to play.
This is neat. Yeah.
Like Kin's Care Sentry kind of level.
Yeah, maybe.
I think
it's better.
it does get better in like if you can reset it.
I think slightly above.
Sure.
Yeah, but like
Doesn't matter too much.
I agree.
Lockmare, I assume better than that.
Yeah, very fucked up.
Like
card.
one of the best cards in the set, kind of
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Good to pair with the Rummager.
Yes, it's a Treefolk / Giant.
Wait, is it?
No, it's a Horse Serpent.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Rimfire Torque. I have played this. Has anyone else played this? This is the Goatsy. The artifact that copies spells. You need three. You need 3 charge counters.
You haven't read it 'cause it's so bad.
Yeah, it's the one that. Well, I have actual comments on this.
Yeah, no, please. Go ahead.
I think that you could think about this in a deck with 2 Wanderwine Farewells, where you like have a lot of Merfolk and don't have a lot of conditional cards.
Okay.
Because Wanderwine Farewell is uniquely strong with it because obviously copying it is even more powerful, and it like immediately reloads it for the like your next spell. However, it's a very safe default to just never play. Sig fucked up.
Yeah, that hurts.
It's fucked up even if you can't flip it, but it becomes significantly more fucked up when you can flip it.
Yep.
Tam?
Good. Good.
Blue green 2/2 that like
It just makes
Give her
it so
rings.
if you hold it up the activation, it just makes it very tricky for your opponent to. They have to essentially spend 2 removal spells to play through it.
well they can remove it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait.
It
Doesn't
doesn't.
give reverse, not a mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also randomly comes up with it.
Turn 3 6
I think
5.
I'm
Yeah, I think it's a good card. I don't think I would like
Sorry.
take it too much, but-
in the future.
I take it just because it goes everywhere.
I think of it as a similar quality to Riss, where they're both kind of like 2 mana 2/2s
Yeah.
with some nebulous
Yeah.
value.
I think that I do
The-
think
the-
Tame is better than Rest though.
I agree. I think this is better than Rest. I haven't played with it, but I have played with Rest, and Rest is.
Vivid value has felt more important than the protection mode.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's also a thing about it. Yeah.
Glenalendra Guardian.
Fine. I have played with this card. It is better than Rest. It is
Definitely.
not like a premium payoff or any kind of thing. Yeah, it's about there.
It seems like a fine
It's a
card.
good card.
It's a good card.
Okay, we talked about this already. You really need to be able to flip it. It's very good if you can.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it in the A+ and just know that it's a
Don't force blue ring. You want to be a blue-red deck that can pay the ring.
yeah, or a like for example,
A month.
red green deck that can cast it for blue.
Yes, in front of it.
Like a druid.
Champions of the Shoal. This card is very fucked up, but you like
Happy.
really it's a champion, but it's like the best champion because it just doesn't ask anything more than you can cast it.
Yep. I agree.
Someone blew me out with this Personified.
I wonder who.
Oh, I have seen only way someone could lose was getting their phone to clone it and lock it down for the rest of the game.
I said that to someone, yeah.
Be aware.
That's very funny.
But yeah.
Glenn Alendra's answer. This is the like counter all their stuff, make 1/1s for each thing countered.
I have a lot because it is a blue counter spell. And I think that if you are like a quote unquote normal deck, it is worse than the cancel, but if you are a like mana green deck, it gets much better very easily, especially because it enables Vivid in those decks.
How often do you get more than one fairy?
A few times. There's so like the red blue elemental with cast triggers.
Sure.
Also with lots of merfolk, the attack triggers. I'm not kidding. I had someone attack with 3 tributary bolters. I counted the 3 triggers, triple blocked one, and killed it.
It's pretty good against goblins to counter the Blood Artist triggers also.
I agree. That can also be very good in combat.
Like, I'd be inclined to bring this in against. Like, I somehow know within my sideboard, should be inclined to bring this in against, like, say, elementals, where I think I'm likely to get 2 triggers being.
I think
it
it's
slightly
more
makes
highly
your main
defensible,
deck
but-
most of the time, I think, shouldn't it?
I
Stream
agree.
deck
I've
matrix.
liked it a decent amount.
Wait, no, I didn't stream. What?
It's unclear to me how
Okay.
much you want 4 mana 1/1 counter spell.
No, I agree with.
This is the right
I
screen?
think it's like often not going to make the cut in a quote unquote regular deck, but if you are like a big mana deck, then it's great.
Yeah, I think I like playing 1 cancel in a lot of my blue decks specifically because I like the effect cancel, and not because I like paying 3 mana for it. I guess I really would rather it be cheaper, and I don't care about it like getting value or something. I just like it's nice to have 1 copy of that kind of thing. Sonar.
Which part is this?
This is the blue-red vivid thing that's like Exile X thing. Cards
That
non-lands from the top, and you can cast some of them. Notably, you can you can choose to only exile like 1 thing or like 2 things. Well, you don't have to exile all of them. Only exile what you are planning to cast.
Yeah, it's very strong.
I feel like this card is like worse than Bridges, essentially. Like
No, I think this card's really good.
I think this is a must kill.
Sure. Like I'm not saying it's not a must kill. I think Bridget is also a must kill. I'm saying this is a card that it rewards you for. It doesn't generate board presence on its own. It doesn't generate mana advantage. It generates card advantage.
Yeah.
And this can be awkward in your elemental stacks and things like that. I'm not saying it's bad. It's not bad, but
It takes some
it
setup.
can be hard to catch you up from behind, and a lot of other bombs will catch you up from behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're like exiling cards off of it and you have the choice of like getting card hitting card draw off of it or bodies, you just take the bodies. You do infinite cards already.
But yeah, my experience with it is that the Izzet decks are very defensive and are very good at leveraging this card and burying your opponent.
I'll just put it in the same tier as Bridget and move on. Ashling expands one of the best cards in the set. Don't pass it. Disruptive Currents.
Great card. I mean, I would say it's not as good as like the bombs, but every blue deck plays it and is very happy to play it. I'd say it's definitely better than the Glen Alendra category.
This is basically the same card as the uncommon.
No, it has Flash.
Yeah, I think the Flash actually.
I got so blown out by Dom Harvey casting it with 0 blue sources off of a Wicker mod.
That's nice.
The instant speed bounce is much better because there's like fight spells, combat tricks.
Do we think it's more like a Bridget or more like a Kinskare Sentry?
More like a Bridget.
More like a Bridget.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I would say worse than Bridget. But
Wistfulness. I assume this is mostly a blue card. Though obviously you can play a 5 mana 6/5.
I think 5 mana 6/5 Reclamation Sage is really good.
Are there?
I've had it in my deck for that, and it's been really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is one of the ones that you only ever play as the 5-drop almost. and it's great as a 5-drop, and
Or,
it's very
you know,
mediocre as a
missing layer third land.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. You put it in your deck and cast it.
Yeah, I just
I'll put it right next to Disruptor. Marilyn.
Giga fucked up.
I will note something I've seen many people miss. You cannot cast cards you've exiled on previous turns. There's like a this turn hidden in the large text box.
Which card is this?
Maryland, Fey Ascendant. Soul Time.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This is kind of like a changeling deal, like specifically as well, like partially because
I've had this be a mill win con.
Yeah.
Every time it comes
Especially if you're playing against elves and you hit their elves.
a 4 or 5 flyer casting to your opponent's side.
I'll put it in the A column.
Yep.
Harmonized Crescendo. I think this is like in the decks where that make this work, it is like a very similar card to the draw 3 discard one, and in the decks where this doesn't work, it is like unplayable. So
in its deck, it's slightly better.
yeah, in its deck it is slightly better, but it also has more fail cases in that deck. Like slightly better when it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Let's talk about Sunderflock. Sunderflock.
Ryan.
Ryan.
I drafted this 3 times across 3 drafts, having not had in 1 draft. The card is absurdly broken. The best thing to do is like with the elementals is like there are not that many cheap elementals, so it's really about like filling the lower part of your curve with the changelings. I don't know. Even when you like cast the card for like 6 off of like a gangly stompling, it's still just like incredibly broken. Yeah.
Bounces everything.
I do like you sometimes end up like putting it in decks where you do like will bounce some of your own creatures. So I do like have like I cited it out earlier today because my opponent just like had more elementals than I did.
I don't think I can. I still played my 5/5 line.
Well, it's like if you're not playing the elemental deck, you're just like playing it on the side. You don't want to like bounce your own board and not theirs.
Okay, then I feel more deck wrong.
I mean, not necessarily. That's the whole point. Is it's playable in those decks and broken in the elemental deck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like my decks also had like many giants in it, compared with like boulder aggressors and stuff, such that like bouncing it like a boulder aggressor and none of my opponent's creatures would be a problem.
Okay.
Mirror Form.
I know Jennifer's played with this card. Jennifer.
So it's got really bad stats, but I don't think it should. Because I think it should copy some. I think it'll play it wrong.
I think it's
So
it needs help.
I have not cast this card, but earlier today I did the single elim where I like drafted 2 copies and played 1, and I kept thinking about board states and whether it'd be good there, and I kept having the answer no.
You want to talk about board stall breakers? Mirror Form is a board stall breaker.
It's a board stall breaker, but you
Like
need to
nothing
be a deck
else.
that gets into that kind of thing.
Yeah.
There aren't that many like random non-creature permanents on the board, apart from like treasures. But
The blue-red, blue-green treasure decks
yeah,
with like Noggle Robber and the 4/3. Yeah. In its deck, it's great, and not its deck, it's very mediocre.
One might say unplayable.
Quickly, if you copy a lord of this thing, it grows.
Gross. End of statement.
You're on kin binding. And I was like, oh,
On kin binding?
Hey, can we put
Okay,
more
but like
higher?
those things can't attack,
Good.
and they're all that thing, right?
Which one?
no, it just makes
This one.
This is not. This is a disconnected section from the other section.
Okay, gotcha.
power the next now.
I'm gonna put it right next to Morning Tide's Light because both are board stall breakers.
Yeah. And then the next time they all trigger again. So plus 6.
It's a lot. They're dead. It is plus 16, yeah.
Deceit.
Good.
This might be the best elemental. It's
It doesn't really matter how it compares to others. It's a really good card.
Yeah.
If you play blue or black decks, you probably don't try to go into blue black.
If let's say I'm like in a spot where I'm equally happy with blue, or like I pick this pack one, pick one, and then pack one, pick two. I see a blue card and a black card that I'm equally happy with. Which one do I prefer? Like you'd
I
rather?
think Thoughtseize on turn 6 is a little unreliable.
Okay.
Yeah, 5/5 bounce the thing is much more powerful than 5/5 Thoughtseize you on turn 6.
Also, I'm willing to cast blue bounce. I'm not really willing to cast black Thoughtseize.
Or at least I'm not willing to first pick Black Thoughtseize.
Dream Harvest. Anyone cast this?
Which one?
7 mana exile card. Like
Oh, yeah,
tosses
yeah,
them
yeah.
for 5, but you get to cast stuff.
Yeah.
Do you side this in against elementals?
No, you don't hit one thing that costs 5.
Do you side this in against someone that shows you a lot of 4s?
Am I feeling lucky?
Exile their whole deck.
I was told I can't talk about cards if I haven't cast them, and I refuse to cast this one.
Okay.
Good choice.
I'll put it in the basically unplayable section.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
that
maybe
is bad enough, I might side it in as a Hail Mary.
Okay, moving on. Dawn Hand Dissident. Very, very strong. Notably, it is really nice. If curving this into a 3 toughness 2-drop is really nice because you can immediately you can theoretically on turn 2 surveil a creature into the bin if you get lucky, and then on turn 3 blight onto the X3 and recast your creature from the bin. I've had that happen. Generally, good with higher toughness things, you can't use the you can't really use the cast ability if you don't have anything with 3 or more toughness. But it is a very strong just recast all your creatures forever engine.
Common 1/3W.
Common 1/3W.
The Scarecrow is nicely a 1/3 that
And
also
surveil.
surveils.
Yeah.
So it's just a really clean follow up.
Yeah, but it's just good in any deck. You don't need to build super hard around it. Moon Shadow.
I played this card today, and it was in a deck that didn't really enable it very well. It I had 0 Dawn Hand Eulogist, for example, which is a card that's very good at this. And it was still pretty good. It pairs really well with the 3/1 that surveils. And it
3 different triggers.
Yeah. And it kind of just it's like a 1-drop that you can play later and it's still fine to even just aggressively make trade-offs. So yeah, I think the card is just good.
It's another good elf card.
Yeah, it's better in elves. It's good.
Don't play the Mind Block to try and combo them.
Play what?
The 4-minute card.
Oh.
Abigail them.
Wait, Abigail's
Wait,
bad
no,
with
no,
it.
no,
It
no,
died.
no,
Wait.
No,
Or Reese, yeah.
The card's fine with Reese.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I might do that one.
I'll put it in the Bridget column arbitrarily. Yeah, sure. I'll put it under that. Bitter Bloom Bearer.
Really good.
Very good if you can cast it. The double black is a problem, but it's a good card.
Being a black deck.
Yeah.
I'll put it in the Bridget column.
Yeah.
Lewin. This card is really fucked up once you start activating
Yeah.
it.
I think this is one of the best
This
cards
card
in the set.
Ronnie, which one is this?
This is black-green hybrid that Worm harvests.
This card of land make a million.
Yeah.
Obviously best in elves because you're more likely to have more lands in your graveyard in elves. Grub.
Great Banger.
I could eat.
I think it's just a good card. Don't need to be goblins.
I think this is like Glenelendra here when it's not in a goblin set, and you're just getting back random changelings or whatever.
Do you mean not in the goblins deck, you're not goblins focused, or you can't flip it?
When you can't flip it, and it's just it'll get back a random decent creature.
I think it's much more about can you pay the mana than are you in a goblins
Yeah.
deck?
If you're in a Goblin deck, you're getting back a Changeling. That's fine, but it's nothing special.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good as a creature.
I'll put it a tier above because the Glenelendra tier because
It's for all these. It's
Play the
the
mountain,
fail states.
Play away to flip it.
The fail state's really high, but when this card flips, it does a pretty good Fable impression.
We skip that one.
I'm skipping Morn Sagaria. Don't think about it. Taster of Wares.
Good.
Not really a goblin payoff.
Nope. Yeah.
Just good black card.
Note that if it is the only goblin you control, your opponent can kill it in response to not have to discard a card.
Oh, that's fine. That's nice.
Play pattern you should know playing against it too.
Yeah.
I'll put it in the Kinscare Sentry tier, maybe. I don't know. Twilight Diviner. Has anyone triggered the ability of this?
I have. It was bad.
What?
Well, okay, it was more like I picked this card and then I saw a second one and then I saw like the 5-mana reanimate and then I did that once and it was like okay.
Okay, but it's a 3-mana 3/3
It's a
surveil
3-mana
too.
3/3 that surveils too. That's
And an elf.
and an elf.
3-mana 3/3 that surveils 2 is really good in the elf stack.
Yay.
I had the dream of this card in a deck with the Merfolk that reanimates things 3 or less. I did not live that dream.
Good effort. The tree that reanimates.
Yeah. But put it in your deck as a 3/3.
The tree is probably the best way to like.
I do have a story about this card, which is that I've been told that it was changed to not trigger on itself.
Yeah.
Due to going to clean up its hand size being a problem in play design.
Wow.
Yeah, I read that.
Fun fact: if you bring back multiple things with Bloodline bidding, I think that's maybe one of the only ways to do that. It does trigger. Like if this is one of the things and you bring it back with something else, it will trigger on the other thing. It will see that.
Good enough.
Wait, say that again?
Bloodline bidding. Let's say you cast that, you bring back this and other things. It will see those things, and you get to
Okay.
copy one of them.
Wow, that's
But
really
it doesn't trigger on itself.
Uh-huh.
So like even though it sees itself, Shadow Urchin.
Pretty solid.
This is the 3-mana 3/4 thing that
I
like.
kind of don't like that card.
I think it's very awkward,
Yeah.
but like there is definitely space for it to
Bad
be
stats,
okay.
but it's in red black.
What kind of bad stats? Bad idea WD?
I'm gonna look.
I like attacking with it when I have Reaping Willow in play.
Yeah, and there's certain like cards you can.
It's like mildly positive IWD. This is like
You can definitely make it good, but it's like on its own, like as a standalone card, like bad rate.
I assume it's like a blight card, like a card that you want to be in blight for, and not just like play it in any deck.
yeah.
I mean, I assume it's fine to play it at most decks.
The problem is the light one when you attack is like really bad.
It's when it attacks, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It feels a lot like the 4-mana 6/6, but smaller. Like
Which is smaller.
But it costs less, and also like you can trade off your things with blight
You
on
can also
them
just
and
choose
draw
not to
cards.
blight.
Yeah, it could just be a 3/4.
Like not like you just don't attack with it.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
The 4 and 6/6.
Also, sometimes your opponents will kill something like the -4 counters, then you get to draw 4.
there are other benefits to the card. I don't think it's bad. It's just I think that like the point being like sometimes it can put you in situations that feel awkward or uncomfortable for yourself.
If it falls into your deck full, not something.
I'll put it in a similar, in the same column as Harmonized Crescendo to represent that it's like fine when you enable it.
Cool.
Champion of the Weird.
Really strong, but has
What color is it?
This is the black one.
The goblin.
really strong with Goblin.
Good card, really.
Good with goblins, but if you're not in that,
I'm gonna put this in
Changeling
the strong when you enable it
Yes.
column.
I guess it's also good in the changeling style, like Brian had the other.
Yeah.
It was good in that deck for sure.
If you can cast this card, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like as opposed to like the red one, where like, even if you cast it, it might be good.
High Perfect Morcant.
I've been unimpressed with this card.
It's not like it's not that bad in that it's a 4-mana
Yeah.
4/4 that like blights one. That's
If your opponent has the tree, really, really bad.
it can be really bad, but
What are the stats? Do we know the stats on this card?
Probably high because it's an elf.
Is this card better or worse than Eclipse Elf?
definitely worse.
Yeah.
Much worse, I think.
Club Stealth is like one of the best cards in this set.
Agreed.
I have a question. So for a pack that came up this morning, exactly. Morkin's eyes or high or
Morgan size.
okay. That's what I took.
What inside that undercard name?
Enchantment.
Search for Scanta.
the 2-mana elf enchantment.
Yeah.
Search for space. Yeah. I know where the real gamers are at.
Speaking Tom's language with that.
I'm quickly looking up High Perfect Morcant. Its stats are 62.6 with a IWD of 9.2.
I think it's like quite good.
That's very good.
Okay. Maybe I need to be higher on it. Okay, so maybe like.
I do
quite
think
strong.
it belongs in the column with Champion of the Weird, where I think you really do have to be an elf deck, but I think it is very good.
Okay.
I think it's just the old decks are so good that just most of the time it's really good, but it does have a downside against that one. Against this one has different.
I can buy that it's like good against most of the format though. Like,
Okay, Gloom Ripper. I'm just gonna put this in the leftmost column and move on.
Yep.
Put it in every deck. 5 mana, 4/4 for it's 3 black 4/4. Kill something, pump something equal to. Yeah.
It's a creative and a murder.
Well,
It counts itself also.
it counts
so you-
itself. It
you
counts
just-
your graveyard. It counts your battlefield.
Yeah.
I'll bring up.
Yeah. Grub's command, Tristan's command. I think both just individually very strong cards. I think Tristan's command in the leftmost column, Grub's command the column next to that.
yes.
Can
If,
somebody
if
sell
you
me
have
on
Tristan's
Grub's
command, pay attention to the banner because you can loop it.
Yeah.
What do you need to
Kill something, imitating the recruiter of your team.
No, it's kill something, draw 2.
Yeah.
Or that.
Goblins in your deck.
Like I don't know.
I don't think it's draw 2 very often unless you're really committed.
No, we're talking about Grub's command.
But I've got changelings.
Kill something, copy a changeling. Like
Yeah,
it's just
it's hard to be bad.
it's hard for it to be
It's
that.
certainly hard to be bad. I just like I found it to be like a little less good than I want it to be. I guess maybe I'm just wanting more.
Let's put it this way: it's definitely not Tristan's command.
That's probably what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
He set up an interaction with Tristan's command. I
I would like to highlight gaming hand win rate 63.2, improvement in hand 11.9. That's on Grub's command.
It's because the delta.
I was gonna say, it's because you're starting so low.
No, but 63 is a lot.
To be clear, this is higher IWD than Tristan's command by 0.7.
Well, that's because your Tristan's command decks are better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's like it has comparable win rate to
I'm
Tristan's.
gonna increase my eval on my card.
he set up a loop earlier today that I hadn't seen before with Tristan's command and the Elf Lord, which was really
Yeah,
strong.
the Elf Lord does not say Elf creature card.
Yeah.
And the
Good
pennant
job.
also.
Same with
Yeah, uncommon elf lord, pennant, Dundul, or no, not Dundulin Weaver. That one doesn't work because it has to get back a permanent. But yeah.
And the changeling is back a creature.
Bloodline bidding.
I cast this card. It was fine.
Doesn't this card have like insane stats?
It's very good in the elf decks. I think.
Yeah.
It is
Wow.
legitimately like an elf spawn.
Yeah, it's an elf bomb.
Uh,
5 minutes, but every card's good in the elf deck. And the elf deck's always good.
Yeah, we're looking through the black cards right now. Its stats are not insane. Its stats are 58.9, which is good.
Does it go in goblins?
No.
You need to fuel the graveyard.
Yeah. That's the last one that's going in a black deck.
It's showing A minus, 63% in elves and 52 in goblins. 52 is actually average in goblins. Though.
Just another elf bomb.
And you got like 3 or 4 creatures.
The cooks.
Yeah, bloodline bidding, elves card, maybe changelings to go with that, but yeah. Okay, red cards. End Blaze Epiphany.
Very good.
Very good. Very good.
Bugged on MTGO.
Is it really?
How
At,
so?
at least at some point it was bugged where if you kill a 4/5 with 2 -1/-1 counters on it, so it's actually a 2/3, it would exile 4 cards instead of 2.
Oh, yeah.
Because in the graveyard it
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
like a 4/5.
Yeah. But yeah, so good card.
Good, yes.
That's good.
You always play it.
Fuck that.
I'll just
Very happy to start my drafts.
Yeah.
put it in the B+ column.
Confury? I think about
Yeah, I put it in Kin's tier.
Okay.
I don't know.
Sure.
Ashling.
Very strong if you
messed
can
up.
flip.
Really good.
Very, very important to note, the backside is when
Every
it
time.
flips and beginning of your first main phase. So you get 2 triggers when it's on the backside.
Or more if
Yeah.
you never
You
pull
can
it back.
it also makes mana and then you can flip it.
So,
Yeah,
if you play
it's
this,
different than all the other ones.
yes. If you play this card with the uncommon and elementals, it goes burr. Because it will create 2 triggers to flip it, and they will both work. And then it will create 2 triggers of both flips.
They both work.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's a flip this object and it still references
Yeah.
itself. But you have to pay red or
Yeah,
whatever it
it's
is to flip it back.
Yeah. You don't play red then blue. You play red or blue. blue.
But anyways, then it makes a quadrillion mana and provisions your library. I think I'm not really sure.
Work as far as I know.
Click this
What?
button later.
Because if the trigger if the source of the trigger ability is like the back face and like it's not on the back face anymore, then it can't transform. It's like very deep in the CR.
Wait, really?
Has anyone played it on Moto?
I believe so.
I would not trust Mono on this.
I wouldn't trust anything, but
There are rules like sort of around this one CR. I haven't double checked recently, but like that is what I remember the like rules.
Okay, I'm good at digging through the CR. Does someone want to start looking at the next cards while I do that?
Well, it's still good when it doubles the things, regardless. So
this matters enough. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just getting nerd sniped. Okay,
I would like to know later, but not now.
It's a very good card. You play one of my favorites.
great.
Sure.
Let's move on. Hexing Squelcher, 2 mana, 2/2.
Yeah.
Basically.
2 mana 2/2. This is like worse than yeah.
Scuzzback Scrounger. This one's a 2 mana, 3/2 at least, and it is a blight engine and helps fixing.
Worse Rummager if you're not like really aggressive and want 3/2 body.
But it does help with fixing.
Yeah.
This is a 3 mana 3/2 that is
I like
2
this
mana
card.
3/2 that is sometimes a 2 mana 2/1 that makes a treasure. And that's like pretty good.
It's pretty good.
That's a good modal spell.
The goblin deck really needs to get ahead quite quickly because it's quite bad.
I don't want to put this in goblins. This is not a reason to play goblin. This is a card you will put in a deck that is red.
In case the PSA hasn't happened yet, do not put Lava Leaper in your deck.
In case you needed a PSA, don't put Meek Attack in it either.
Can I put Lava Leaper in my opponent's deck? I'd like to have them cast that card.
Goliath Daydreamer.
Very
Very
strong.
powerful.
I think you will win most games you untap with it.
This is the 2 red 4/4 that when you cast an instant or sorcery, you exile it under it, and then when it attacks, you can cast one of the exiled things for free.
Somehow, weirdly, not the best version of this card in the set.
Yeah.
What's the?
There's a 6/6 dragon.
Is it 6/6
Oh,
flyer that
shit.
obviously
Oh, yeah.
doesn't get in with her?
It
I
has
remember it does have a
weirdly.
floor.
It has medium stats.
Okay.
It's like 55 game hand, 3.2 IWD.
I feel like people.
Daydreamer.
You do need multiple things to line up for it to be better than a 4 mana 4/4, but it does have a pretty high ceiling too.
Spell in your hand once you untap with it to make it actually good. Otherwise, it's just a 4 mana 4/4. The card's not amazing, even though you'll go off with it sometimes. It's quite good.
But yeah, I also think that people are probably not building their like once you take the Daydreamer, you're taking like removal spells higher. I think. And I
A
think
little
people
bit,
are building
yeah,
their
but you
decks.
can't like change the entire of your like course of your draft from that card.
No, but you
Yeah.
prioritize them higher.
Okay,
Also, like only prioritizing removal spells in my play.
I've put it in the. I've put it in the Kinscare Sentries column. I've moved Scudsback Scrounger down to the risk column. I've moved Glenelyn's answer down to the 2/2 column.
Great.
Champion of the Path. I think this is we've talked about how this is like a medium card, like a fine card when you make it work, and you need to make it work to even play it. So I'm just gonna put that where we have been putting that. Collective Inferno.
I played this card and I don't quite know how I feel. I do think it's like pretty strong, but it's like kind of contextual. I played it in a deck, like a goblins deck that was just high creature density, and like convoking it makes it cheaper, which make it. But it's like I don't know. It's just an awkward card. I wouldn't be thrilled to play it, to pick it or put it in my deck, but I do think that there are decks that are happy to play this.
Yeah, I think it makes the bad decks. Sometimes they win because.
Yeah, it makes bad decks better. Is what I would say.
I mean, that's way too.
Yeah, yeah.
This is like kind of secretly a gold card, I think, because the elemental decks feel really bad at using this. Do they? I don't know. Like it's
It's
kinda
all
neat to
for
have,
the
like,
trample, right? Is it all for something?
It is awkward with trample, yes. If you have a 7-3 trample attack, I wonder what it could be a 7-3 trample attacking, and they block with an X4. You have to assign 4 damage to the X4, 3 damage to their face, which turns into 8 and 6.
Yeah. Yep. This is about the camera
But it does make combat for like hell for your opponent.
As a notable, you do not run into this issue anymore with blockers for people.
Yeah, if you're just assigning to multiple different blockers, it's fine.
Thank you, rules changes, I suppose.
Soul Immolation, Busted Bomb, play it everywhere.
Yeah, Stone Cold Bomb.
So you can blight more than you can blight as much as you want on your smallest creature.
Yes. Yeah, you
as
get
much as you're allowed to.
Yeah.
On the smallest creature.
It cares about how big your biggest creature is, but you can blend into your smallest.
And you probably
Yes.
Yes.
Spine Rock Tyrant.
Yeah.
Is this in the first tier?
Kills your opponent if you
I
want to have
assume.
with it.
Great. Wow, I like that it has Wither as if like the thing that's like blocking wouldn't like die.
It's
It
flavor.
also gives the spells you cast with it.
Well, yeah, I understand, but
So, you know, in case it
It's
wouldn't die to
flavor.
4 damage, now it dies to
10.
Well, yeah, basically. Well, actually, we cast Cinder Strike, so it's like 14 or whatever.
Rating schemes. I have tried multiple times to put this in my deck, but I haven't successfully put it in my deck. As in, like, I took it during the draft, meaning to try it, and then never had the opportunity.
I have successfully put it in my deck. I have not successfully used it.
As in, did you cast it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I died.
Trying to evaluate this card, if you think about it for like 2 minutes, it is atrocious.
There was an enchantment in a set recently where it would copy the first spell you cast each turn. Or like,
This is a lot worse
It's
than
a
that.
lot worse than that.
What? Can someone tell me what type of-
Rating schemes is each non-creature spell you cast as Conspire for as an enchantment for 3 red
To be
green.
clear, you need to have a 5-mana enchantment resolve and not be dead. You need 2 creatures that share a type with the spell you're casting.
It has
Five
color,
spell.
but
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
You need all of that, and exactly what you get is one spell.
And you need to be able to be fine tapping those 2 creatures.
Yes, right.
That's a lot of effort to
It's
draw
a
one
lot
card.
of fucking effort.
Okay.
Don't put the card in your
No problem.
Hey, but the second time you cast a spell, now it pays itself forward. Vibrance.
Red card.
Great red card.
Good.
Great
yeah.
red card, yeah.
Okay, green card. Would you
Playable green card.
Playable green card, yeah.
4/4 that gains 2 for 5 and draws a land is a fine card.
With a buyout of like sometimes you need to hit your 3rd land drop.
Yeah.
Check.
I'm putting it in the like A column. It- green cards, Celestial Reunion.
Contextually good. I think you have to have reasons to play.
Jennifer had it in an elf deck with Gloom, whatever, and High Perfect Market, and it was great in that deck. Like, if your payoffs are good enough, it's a good card.
I've
Just
played
elf
it.
card, just elf. Yeah.
I played it in 2 different Kithkin decks. I think it has been valuable to like go get Thought Weapon Viewer to break a board stall, or if I have Fable, like Figure of Fable or whatever, like finding it. And I think that holding it is not hard in those decks.
So like at best this is okay, this is obvious, but it's like another copy of your best card for +1 mana if you can behold it. Sometimes you can't behold it. So this seems like not a high pick,
Yeah.
but contextually.
I wouldn't play it in decks where you can't behold it, but I don't.
No, I
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
you-
Just sometimes the games don't line up
Yeah,
where
yeah,
you can
yeah,
hold it.
yeah.
It's another elf rare.
I'm
It's the second copy of your best elf rare.
I'm gonna put it in the like when you enable it, it's
I think it's a Kithkin card. too,
fine
Yeah.
column.
Yeah.
Bristlebane Battler, just a really strong card.
Yeah. Insane.
I'm gonna put it in like A, the second column. Bloom Tender.
Fine.
This is a mana dork that is also an elf. You just, I would not like be in Vivid because I have Bloom Tender.
Yeah.
This is like a fine card. This is like
It'll tap for 2 mana,
Yeah,
probably.
Really good. Yeah.
This is like maybe better than the risk column. It's like in there. I don't.
Yeah, I'll put it in the risk column. I think it's closer to that than somewhere else. Formidable Speaker.
Very good.
This is like Celestial Reunion, but much better.
Yes.
Agreed.
Very good.
What if Celestial Reunion was a good
Also, the untap is relevant. Like you can like do it in combat.
Did you know vigilance is one of the
Yes.
strongest combat keywords in Magic?
Or you
No,
be like Jay
surprise
and
vigilance.
untap your Gaia's Cradle.
Yeah.
What did you have to do?
I had Bridget. And
No. But what did you have to do with that much mana?
I activated Shield Breaker on my turn
Oh.
once, and then on his turn he cast a Sunderflock. I untapped Bridget, cast Pyrrhic Strike, killed Gathering Stone and Sunderflock.
Okay.
The team was still close. I cast a Sunderflock. I did lose it though.
Okay, I'm gonna put. Okay, how highly do we like care about this card? Like, obviously it scales with how like good your cards are, but are we pack one pick one-ing it? Just like.
I
think I'm
would.
pretty
Yeah.
happy.
I think
Pick
it's
this over Eclipse Elf.
I think also just 3 mana 2/4 is like is a good rate.
I think I would pick it over Eclipse Health because it's more flexible.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
close though. I really like Eclipse Stealth.
I actually
Because
I think it's worse than if it was not actually card advantage.
Yes, but it like if you end up with a really strong creature, it is like better than Eclipse Elf, and if you don't, it's like worse than Eclipse Elf probably.
Well, if you're flooding, for example, it's just way better than.
You're turning
than-
a land into
yeah.
your best creature.
Yes.
Assuming your best creature is card advantage, it's kind of card advantage.
Okay, sure.
Quantum
I'm sold.
Did you know bombs are card advantage?
Well, a lot of them
Winning
are.
the game is card advantage.
That's a certified banger right there. That's certainly true.
Mutable Explorer.
This good rate card.
This is a good rate card. This is 2 types.
2L.
For yeah.
Is this more like a Kinskare Sentry or more like a Riss?
I would argue more like a Riss. I think this card is just fine. It's
I think
good.
it's more than Risk specifically. Risk is certainly maybe the worst card in the Risk column.
Well, yeah, I'm not ordering
no,
these.
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Tristan.
Very good.
I will say you can you can mill yourself out pretty easily with that.
You definitely have to be careful.
Yep. You don't have to.
Yeah,
flip
you
it.
do just elect to not keep flipping at a certain point, and you should pay attention to when you need to do that.
I have felt that at a certain point is more often like after 1 or 2 triggers.
Yeah.
You can kind of just treat this like another
It's a three-hand
Dawn
Eulogist.
Eulogist. Yeah.
It's also much
I should
bigger.
have mentioned this earlier, but after a couple more sets of data, so the decking thing, not the specific card, but on the decking thing, if you're playing the Elementals deck, you need to be rather careful about decking. I've decked 3 times today.
3 times?
And I've won several games with 0 or 1 card in my library, so I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that for
I decked
people that have
against
not played that
all.
deck a
Yeah,
lot.
it's a real thing.
Don't forget to think about
You,
more than 40.
You certainly reach a point where you like start declining to mill things with Gathering Stone, quit discarding cards to your Cinder, like
I'm putting Tristan in the Kinskare Sentry column. Champion of the Perfect, I'm just putting in the like column, same column as Champion of the Shoal and Klachen. And weird. Selfless Safe Right. Just
Good.
really strong generic card, right?
Yeah.
Pretty strong generic card. It's like it can be awkward to get down, and the body is not great.
Yeah, agreed. But you always play it.
it's a very nice play post block thing.
Is this more
That's
like
the upside of just play winning your opponent in combat?
is this more like a Bridget or a Grub or something like that, or more like a Tristan or Kinskare Sentry?
More like a Tristan.
Yeah.
I think it's more like a Tristan.
Spry and Mighty.
I like
Here's
this
messed
card.
up.
I think it's like really easily 5 mana, draw 3, use 2 things, possibly just
Do you need to like do anything special to enable?
because my decks have 1 power creatures and they have 4 power creatures.
I think this card is a little awkward in Kithkin specifically, and you have to like maybe be thinking about it if you pick this up, because a lot of the Kithkin have the same power.
Yeah, it's very easy to end up in a deck where
Well, you have a no fight.
it's actually
Sure.
somewhat hard to enable this, I think. But like, you don't have to work that hard, and it's really good at 3, completely fine at 2. You're sad at 1, but it's not like you got nothing. Like I think the card is strong, but like you do have to pay attention to what your deck's looking like.
Pick up someone like the Scarecrows,
Yeah.
and be aware.
If you target the tree and something, it probably. I mean, you probably don't have to draw your cards because they die.
Yeah, I have targeted the tree with this. It's very good.
What is the tree?
Oh, sorry, Great Forest. I mean any tree, but
There
are
Great
100
Forest
trees.
is
We
very...
can't say the tree.
The tree in the art?
You can insert the tree that makes you most happy in this statement, and it'll still be okay.
Yeah. They all that's true.
No, notably, I'm just musing at this point.
Like
Not an actual play pattern I've seen happen, but you can theoretically go to combat first, get some sort of buff on one of your creatures from like Tributary Vaulter or like the O5, and then draw more cards post combat, but you lose out on the +X trample.
You should probably kill your opponent.
Well, I'm sure there's a board state.
Mason, are you a fan of killing your opponent?
No.
Okay.
Good. Murder is bad. Aurora Awakener.
Murders are generally good.
I think it's very good in the Vivid decks for the
Very 7 mana.
Yeah, it's 7 mana, but in the same structure that I talked about earlier, it's like you play these defensive decks and then you build up to this late game, and I think it's good in those decks.
It's good in every deck.
I assume it's like worse than Prisma Basher because it's 7 mana.
Yes.
Except that maybe it's
But
more splashable.
It's
but...
still good, and in those decks you really want this top end, like this kind of top end. Yes.
I think it's worse than Prisma Basher because sometimes it doesn't do anything.
Kill your opponent.
Yes. I won a game versus Valerie where she put it into play for 4, and then she copied it for 5 with an Omni Changeling, and then she died in the air.
It was an unfortunate occurrence.
It was
I do not think
unfortunate.
it is a replicable
But if it had been Prism
experience.
Basher, I think I would have been dead.
Yeah, Prisma Basher is better.
I think more of like when this thing triggers for 2 or 3, you can hit like 2 things that just don't do very much, and then like you spent 7 mana on like maybe let's say like 10 power of stats, and like it's not distributed very well, and like overwhelming.
It does hit lands. The one time I cast this, it hit a land and a 2/4 Death Touch that gained me 2 life, and that was not nearly enough to save me.
Yeah, this hit like land Scarecrow, the Wicker Folk.
And a 6/5.
Did
It
it?
also exiled a Prisma Basher that would have won the game next
Oh
turn.
yeah, and it hit a Koloroth
The
Zealot that
Prisma
hit Prism
Basher
Basher.
also would have won the game that turn,
But,
but
like-
it was exiled.
What get exiled by?
The
I
6/5.
think this kind of has to be very enabled for it to be super good, because sometimes you just like flip 2 lands.
Agreed. I think it's like worse than both Kithkeeper and Prisma Basher in the decks that want it, but it's still something
Worse than Kithkeeper.
Yeah, I think
I will
Kithkeeper's
say
good. I think
the
it's very
data
good.
on
Very
this
good.
card is insane. It's like 61% plus 7 improvement.
No, I thought it was really good. I thought it was like.
I
So,
think it's a very good card. Like
in
this is the bad
comparison-
case. I think it's very good.
To Kithkeeper, we're flipping the top X cards versus making X1 ones.
Yes.
I think it's much better than Kithkeeper.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm
Yeah.
going gambling.
I think
Not close.
I like
Well, it's also
Kithkeeper
a
lot.
7/7 trample as opposed to a 3.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
it's
7/7
a
trample.
3/3 plus.
Kithkeeper is a 9/3 flyer. I don't know.
Yeah. Plus a bunch of 1/1s. Yes, it just ends games.
Okay, well, I'm going to put this in the Brigid column.
Okay.
Sure.
I can accept that. I do think it is ludicrously broken. But
I am willing to first pick it. I think it can wind up being underwhelming in some of your decks.
Very good.
Yeah.
Sorry, can we remind you exactly what card this is?
Seven
okay.
mana,
Yeah.
7/7.
Yeah.
I'm more of just scared that it underwhelms, not that I think that it's bad.
Okay.
Sapling Nursery.
I love this card.
I think it's good.
Good.
It has been very impressive against me.
I have not played this in non-arena drafts because I haven't seen it. But I think if you see this early, you can end up either you can end up in like this is the only card that Prismatic Undercurrents is good with.
Yes.
Prismatic Undercurrents is really fucked up with this card, and if you have this card and Prismatic Undercurrents, you should just try to play like Mono Green Vivid. That is a space you can play if you have the Sapling Nursery. You can play cards like Midnight Tilling. You make a lot of like shitty mediocre cards really good when you can like just play some
Changeling
reasonable...
Wayfinder.
Yeah, Changeling Wayfinder. Evolving Wilds. Yeah, unironically, take Evolving Wilds if there's nothing that you actually
This thing has affinity for tree folk too.
No,
No,
just
No, just forest.
It gives
Um,
texture.
I had a deck with this and Mutable Explorer. That was
Notably,
nice.
the common ramp spell does have affinity for tree folk.
Uh,
It counts your lands and your tree
Well,
folk.
that's not affinity, but it
I know,
counts your
I'm-
tree.
I
It
know.
has affinity for tree folk in my heart. Don't worry. I agree. Thank you.
I did play the mono green vivid deck, and it was quite nice.
Yes. So
How
you
many forests do you need?
like 10 or 11.
Okay.
I think you are probably fine with 9 because I have seen people cast this on 6 mana and it was great.
Okay, this is true, but the more forests you can have and your deck still be good, the more fucked up it is.
Yeah.
If you get it, lean towards.
Yeah, you definitely want to lean towards forest, but if you're like unable to, like I think it's like fine to just cast like if two forests in play is just 6 mana, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Every turn earlier that you cast this is another land that makes a tree folk instead of having to be played first.
Exactly. Yes. So
I've put this in A.
sure.
Great.
I would say probably don't play it in your. Definitely don't play it in your Kithkin depths. Probably like pass it if you're in Streamlined Elves. Also, like I think this is like a vivid card.
I think that's mostly right. Yeah. Like it depends on the context of your deck, how many green cards you have, but yeah.
I mean, you can take it over like things that won't matter to your deck still.
Yeah.
Certainly. Colorless card. There's 2 colorless cards. Mirror Mind Crown, unplayable. Chronicle of Victory, very strong.
Broken. Yeah, one of those cards.
Really hard card to talk about.
Next.
I Chronicle of Victory, you just take it. Don't need to put any work
I guess there is one
into it,
question.
right?
What's the minimum number where it's playable?
Which one?
Of types that are shared in your deck.
It's really hard to like.
You can't really build a deck in this format where Chronicle of Victory is not playable.
Yeah, you can also just play it to what you have on the board or whatever is in your hand.
If that number was 5, if that number was 8, I definitely play it at 8. Would I play it at 5?
I think it's a good question.
Most likely.
Maybe not 5.
I think you
I
would
think
play
5 is
it
a hard
5
number
or
to achieve.
6, but you would not consider it a bomb.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like I think that also just playing it to what you have on the board just makes you just win combat. Like your opponent can't ever attack you ever again.
Also, you're never gonna get this early, like later than pack 3 pick, like maybe 2. So like, surely you can take enough changelings.
But it's worth. Yeah. Fair enough.
Okay. Let's briefly talk about all of the special guest cards as the last part of this meeting, because I think that was all the rares and mythics, other than the shocklands.
I guess sign off. Good luck,
Talk
everyone.
about- I guess we have mostly talked about the uncommons, but I think we should like put them in these tiers a little bit. I do think.
Well,
there's a
mostly
second
they would
tier
all
of
go in the
those
C
that
plus
are-
tier of like this is a like
I
I.
think we should put them in the C plus tier.
Yeah.
We should go through the uncommons and we should put them in the C plus.
Okay, sure. Let's do that first.
Like the good uncommons.
Okay, good uncommons to put in the C plus tier. Let's see. I think Barker of Duran goes in the C tier, which is like if you enable it, it is fine. Thought Left Lieutenant goes in the C plus tier. All the Eclipse cards are going in the C plus tier.
The Eclipse cards are above that, significantly above that.
I agree.
Wait, sorry.
Eclipse cards, I'm, like, you're saying like
The C plus tier is when you enable them, they are good.
I still think that like because of the flexibility of you can be in multiple spaces with them, they need to be better than just you need to specifically enable their primal thing.
Yeah. The floor of hitting a land is just good.
because it's hard to construct a deck that doesn't play lands, which means you enable them.
Yeah, I agree.
So okay, here's my problem with that. I think that it is often a trap to play these off color unless you're talking about the elemental one, because it is just both hard to cast when you're not like when you're only like half on color, and also just hitting a land. Like the combination of hard to cast and mostly just hitting a land is going to be really rough.
I kind of think it is possible to build like mono color built off of like 2 spaces decks in this format, and these work really well in those.
I agree you can do that, but that is still a condition.
Yeah, but if you have multiple conditions, it's just meaningfully different than one of the you need to be in exactly this space.
I think these cards are some of the best cards in the set.
Yes.
Sure.
I think the green-black one is insane. I think the green-white one is playable because it's only double pip. Almost always. I think that only specifically the red-black one has the kind of like pain of it's not always exactly what you want it to be in a lot of spaces, but it's kind of fine because goblins remain kind of horrible.
I do kind of feel that way with the Merfolk one too, a little bit.
Yeah, the Merfolk one a little
The
bit.
green one goes in elf deck to define the forest.
I agree. I think like you play it on turn 5 and then play it 3 drop after.
Mostly, like the reason I want to talk about the uncommons here is that I think we have to have a really good, clear line about like which cards are we speculating on early in pack 1, even if they don't fit with what we already have, and I think these easily clear that bar.
Okay, sure.
I agree. These and the Lord. For sure, but
Okay, so I'm gonna put the Merfolk one in this like build around column. I'm gonna put the elf one in like the A column. Probably.
It's obviously it's not super difficult, or it is super difficult to like use the framework we're doing now to create that. I'm just trying to like
clarify the power level.
Yeah,
I agree.
Okay,
I think we do need to have kind of a conversation about like where we draw that speculation line for like.
For when we're talking about
This is unfortunately a little bit of like a pick order set in that there is like a tier that is a completely different pick order, and then there's like everything below that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure how to talk about that.
I don't know I don't know what you want out of this.
I basically think I want a much. I think it actually for this set, and this is like literally the only time I've ever argued this.
Yeah.
We need an actual just ordering of the cards and to draw a line in that ordering.
I kind of
Yeah, I think it's less important that the exact line is drawn, but it's more like there's a lot of uncommons that are going to take over rares, and there should be a distinction for that.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all the uncommons from this. I'm going to publish this. I'm going to make a second tier list that is just about uncommons.
And I think we can basically just take the like generically good rares and put them in the tiers that we were putting them in that were slightly ranked, and then like put all the uncommons somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Basically. And this list is now like if it is enabled.
Rares.
Okay. I saw the tweet and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Eclipse, tier list.
Never played before, but not for PT.
Wait, what did PT say?
I have played 0 games to the PC, the deck I submitted to the PC.
And then commented and said, I played exactly one match against Marty 60 on ladder.
Okay, okay, I don't think any of these one drops are like okay, we can talk. Virulent Emissary is like a just strong quality card, I guess. Bark of Duran is like an okay build around card.
That one definitely falls below the tier of what
I agree. Yeah, I do not speculate.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Burden Stoneback is like no.
It's like a medium common.
Okay. Sorry. I was aiming for Encumbered Reedry, but then picked up Burden Stoneback. Encumbered Reedry.
It's good. I don't think it's quite
On the. I'll put it on the line.
Yeah. It's a two-drop
It
you're happy to
solves
play.
problems that the Merfolk deck has. I don't know that it's a reason to. It's a strong reason to be in the.
Silver Gill Mentor.
Yes. Speculate on.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna put it in same as Virulent Emissary. Creekwood Safe Right.
Creekwood Safe Right. Yes. Speculate on. Exactly the same as the Merfolk we just talked about.
Okay, I don't. So the thing I don't understand is like, are we saying that we're speculating on Iron Shield Elf? Is that speculation, or is it just taking a good card?
I think that one's more just saying, but like, I think that is not a speculate on it card because it is just going to be good if you can cast it, kind of thing.
Great. Flame Braider.
Yep.
Yes.
Did we do special casts? No, we didn't.
We have not yet because people wanted to do this first.
Dundulan Weaver, yep, for sure.
That's just a good card.
Yeah. It's of the tier where you take it even if you might not like.
But you do spec. Yeah, you would take it early. Yeah.
Goes in every green deck.
Okay, so how do people want this separated into columns? What would be useful for people? Because this is not something that I'm understanding.
I basically think that like there are uncommons that are better than most of the rares. I like when they're in the deck that works for them. I think Dundulan Weaver counts just on rate, but like the Merfolk counts if you're in the Merfolk deck. I think that is like the line.
I don't know if we need to rate them into tiers, but just say whether or not we would do this, right?
Yeah.
So I think the clarification is like, you know how we talked about in the first pack / beginning of second pack, take the best card in the pack, fix your deck later.
Yeah.
That's a shorthand. It's more complicated, but like that. The question is, what is the literal order of those cards?
Not even order. It's just like which cards are like count as a best card in the pack.
Yeah.
Worth doing.
Yeah. Which card am I worth like taking when it's completely orthogonal to the cards I picked?
Yes.
Because it's just a really good
it's just a very powerful card.
Okay, I mean,
That many of them.
I feel like there's a lot of uncommons.
There
Like,
are. There really are.
Okay.
like I'm just gonna start pulling out cards as I see them. Of like, I think that all of these cards count for various reasons. Like,
that's fine.
like I think that Dawnhand Eulogist almost counts.
Almost, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I agree.
Like, does Graveshifter count?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure.
There are obviously going to be borderlines, but
It's a
like
good
let's
card.
pull out their ones and then let's talk about borderlines.
Okay. Okay. I'll go by one card by one, card by card then. Everstrike's Gift.
No.
Kinsbell Aspirant.
No.
Wanderbrain Trapper.
Yes.
Okay. Spell Snare. No.
You gotta look at
Cursed Tosser. No. Requiting Hex. No. Impolite Entrance. No. Scout Soulbright Seeker. No. Blossoming Defense. No. Dawnblessed Pennant. We should talk about this one. Maybe.
I would like to.
Still a no from me right
Yeah,
now, but
totally
sometimes
agree.
it's like way better than normal.
That is a card that I would like to
Yeah.
to hear people's thoughts on.
We can do that after this, I guess. I'll put it to the side. Springleaf Drum, no. Bark of Duran, no. Stoneback, no. Regery, maybe.
Maybe close borderline.
Personified, no. Glamour Gifter,
Yeah,
no.
well, I think that card is premium, and I would first pick that card.
Borderline.
I
That
love
card
it.
is good.
Yeah, I think it's very good.
Is
I
it
don't
better
think it
than
gives
any
you
of the ones we've
direction.
talked about so
Yeah.
far.
I mean, I would put it on the same level as like Water Trapper. I think it's a good card. Yeah. Or Civic Mentor. Yeah.
Uh,
I think Trapper is much better than.
Noggle the Mind, no. Unwelcome Sprite, no. Iron Shield Elf, no. Nameless Inversion, no. If you put Nameless Inversion here, you have to put like Cinder Strike here
You
as
don't
well, right?
know if that's necessarily true, just because inversion is grabbable off of the Eclipse cards,
That's
which
fair.
makes it like a little bit better,
It's
even if it's
returnable
less.
by the Elf Lord.
Okay.
Which actually does quite a lot.
Unbury, yes. Boulder Dash, no. Explosive Prodigy, yes. Giant Fall, no. Lasting Firefire, definitely not. Seer, yes. Warren Torchmaster, no. Listen, Alana Dignitary, no. Morgan's Eyes, yes. Shimmerald's Growth, no. Thoughtweth Charge, no. Got Boggart Cursecrafter, no. All the Eclipse cards, yes.
Yep.
Thoughtweth Lieutenant, yes. Puka's Eye, no. Clash in Festival, no.
What I would.
It's
No.
okay.
I would not.
I think it's more of an enabler than a payoff.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends on what's in the pack, but I wouldn't be upset first picking this card.
It's
I mean, we're gonna
borderline, let's move
first
on.
pick
Yeah.
Cinderstrake sometimes too, but
Yeah.
I think that's okay.
Crib Swap, no. Flock Imposter, no. Meander's Guide, no.
No.
Moonlit Lamenter, yes. Protective Response, yes.
Yes.
Pyrrhic Strike, yes. Rhymekin Recluse, yes. Thirst for Identity, no. Boggart Mischief, no, because it's goblins. Gnarlback Elm,
Yes.
I really
yes.
like that card, yeah.
I think it's been a little
can buy
underwhelming,
that
but
ABI.
I think it's a good enough card to meet this criteria.
Wretched Wretch, no. Goat Nap, no. Sizzling Changeling, no. Sting Sling, well, it is flexible, but no, I think. Sting Slinger, no. Chomping Changeling, no. Vineyard Brawler, no. I'm going to move all the Eclipse cards now, as well as Noggle Robber is definitely a yes. Voracious Tome Skinner, no. The Elf Lord, yes. Thoughtweft Imbuer, very yes. Pester Wilgard, no. Swataway, no. Rhyme Speaker, yes. Darkness Descends, no. Grave Shifter, I think it's borderline.
That's probably the line. Let's just take it in right now. We can figure out like
Yeah.
the
Uh,
better
yeah,
than Grave
is
Shifter
the
line
line.
is right now.
Yeah. Perfect Intimidation, no. Nightmare Sower, no. Gut Splitter Gang, no. Kindle the Inner Flame, no. Sourbread Auntie, a little borderline, but no, I think. Squawk Roaster, no. Bristlebrain Outrider, yes. Luminalusk, no. Moon Vigil Adherence, yes. Pitiless Fists, yes. Undercurrents, no. Reaping Willow, yes. Travelers, yes. Gathering Stone, yes. Illusion Spinners, no. Lofty Dreams, no. Dose of Dawnglow, no. Kithkeeper, I think no. But...
I would.
Go ahead, Jane.
Rhyme Chill,
You
no.
can't pick now.
Great.
Okay. To be clear, there were like 4 cards, maybe 5.
There are
6,
44 cards
that,
here.
that we thought were borderline. I think the answer is very clear for most cards in the set. I think everyone who hasn't done a ton of drafts should get very familiar with this list. And when you're in a pack and you're like, I don't know what to take, ask yourself, is there one of the cards on this list in the pack? Am I early in pack 1? If so, take it. Doesn't matter how it fits with what you have already. If there isn't one of these cards, then take what makes sense with your pool. that I think is a baseline, very good strategy for this set.
Cool. I'm gonna sort this into like good card, like needs a lot of like big payoff for a thing, needs some amount of like synergy roughly.
What's your pick for the best common?
I don't care is the answer,
Sure.
but
Just like
any removal spell, Cinder Strike maybe, yeah.
So to me, the line is this card better than Cinder Strike? As like a not that I actually care so much once I've gotten drafting, but as a way to kind of create a heuristic of like, do I want to invest in this payoff? Well, is it better than Cinder Strike?
Yeah.
And I think if it's worse than Cinder Strike, then like I'm less likely to want to engage in that question. Cinder Strike's also my pick, by the way, but that doesn't matter too much.
A lot of the cards on our list are worse than Cinder Strike. Don't think so?
I don't think so.
I think that's there are some that I like less than Cinder Strike, but most of them are pretty good.
This is just here. This is also just here.
Can we talk about Moonlighter a little bit? I think the card's very good, but I'm just not sure how to draft with it when I pick it.
Is that the 2/4/4/4?
It's the 2 and a white 2/4 with a enters Tree Folk with it enters the -1 counter. You remove a counter and you draw a card. Oh, it's a 2/5. Okay.
Yeah. That card's quite good, but I don't know how premium it is, but it's like very strong. You're putting.
It's just strong rate.
But how do I? You just putting in a white deck.
You're just putting it in the white
deck.
deck.
I feel like I don't. It's like not at its best in just a white deck. And that, like,
you just pay 5 mana in 2 installments for a 2/5 that draws a card, and every time you have a chance to blight onto it, you blight onto it and pay another 2 to draw another card.
Okay.
And it's just like not that hard to blight onto it. But for one,
in white, it's a little bit harder.
You're pairing white with another color.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have sorted.
Also, you just do not need to blight onto it for it to be completely acceptable to put in your deck.
Okay, I've sorted leftmost column. Unsorted is just like generically strong card. Middle column is these are like the active payoffs for various archetypes. Rightmost column is like you probably need a little bit of like build around for this,
So
but
you're
not that
sorting
much.
this by how much work it takes to get it to move.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of, but like the second column isn't exactly. It's weird to phrase it as how much work does as the second column needing work to move. It's more that it's paying you off for putting work into moving it.
Yeah.
Like the second column is more scaling with scales a lot with how much work you put in. The first column doesn't really scale that much with how much work you put in because it's just generically good. And the third column is like doesn't scale that much with like you need to maybe be I don't know what the third column is. I don't know.
Yeah,
You have to have X that doesn't like
I
get
think
increasing
the thing you're
return
trying to do,
stacks.
Jason, is like the baseline strategy for the first half of pack 1 is take any of these cards when you see them. The nuance you're adding, which I think is important, is how much tension am I adding to my pool by taking the card I just took. Like that's what we're kind of trying to figure out, right? Like how hard is this, and how good is it when I do? And that combination, if you have like 2 cards that are really good but hard to enable, that's like a strong pull in one direction. That's a lot of tension, but also a lot of reward.
Yeah, that's as well. But we have Wonderwine Crapper in the third column, and that just goes in any.
I moved it to the first column.
Okay. That goes in any of your white deck.
This level of nuance is very hard to parse because it will be super contextual at like what cards you have and what spaces and how realistic is it to get from where you are to where the card wants you to be. Like that one's more just like a draft.
Yeah, I will say that my not objection, but like my difficulty with this is my preferred method of doing this is to talk in detail about every card. But I understand what you're doing, I guess. But yeah, A+, good in okay. So uncommons that are like that we believe are in the good first. Or not. What? How would you phrase this?
Uncommons that are better than Cinder Strike.
It is basically uncommons that I would be happy to pack one.
Yeah.
That's like the rough thing.
I'm just gonna say better than Cinder Strike in quotes.
And the reason, like, I'm taking it pack 1, pick 5, because I'm saying if I reordered my picks 1 through 5 and this were the first pick instead, I'd be completely fine with that.
that's like why that is. So you're giving yourself the opportunity to sort of treat this card as your first pick, build around it, whatever.
You can mulligan your first pick by taking the second first pick.
These
Fine.
are the strong
Sometimes you just get 6
pay,
first picks.
strong payoffs.
And then you have to take a 7th pick, and that sucks, but you know, whatever.
Third
Genuinely, the goal
column.
with this format often is to take
These
like
need
6
some
first
work,
picks
but
and
aren't
have 3 of them work out.
Yeah, I'm agreed. I'm on board with this.
Okay.
Real card is the OG bomb, and that thing's the open.
Yes.
I would like to open.
I'm
just
trying to
as
give
an
people a
ad
way
for-
to have drafts go
A
well that aren't that.
A plus through B minus are not are sorted
I'm relatively
from
traumatized from
column
anything related right
to
now, so
column,
I wanna do
but
it.
not within
Yeah,
columns,
you registered
and
your-
are
Well, no, because Nicole wouldn't
cards
mention it.
that are
I would have if I could have.
that
I am
aren't
registering his
filled
original name.
around
Ooh, that's nice.
at all,
They say Tris.
and are being judged on generic strength.
No, but jokes on him. He's the one with the larger butt plug.
C plus is really strong.
The
Build
trophy.
around.
You've seen the RC trophies?
C is
Yeah, I've seen that.
build
Much
around.
less practical.
Fine when built around, but not amazing. C minus is really weird board stall breaker. D plus is unplayable. Great. Okay, shall we talk about special guests very, very quickly?
Yeah.
Idyllic tutor. No.
No.
If you have kin binding.
No, I don't think so.
No 8-mana kin bindings. Great.
That's 7 mana. Yeah, fair.
Kinspell Cavalier.
Broken.
Doesn't say Kithkin, says Knight.
This is okay. Good if you have changelings.
Yeah. Also ECL type knight.
Are there any knights?
There are there are 3 knights that are not changelings, and it's the 4-mana 3/5 uncommon green card. There's the 4-mana 3/4 that team pumps, and there's the rare Kithkin champion. Those are the 3 knights. But it mostly says this is the giant, but slightly worse, I think. But maybe in a different color. 4-mana 2/2 double strike, worse than.
It's like in a better color. Maybe sometimes.
For
I don't know.
giants. There's the red common giant.
No, the red. I'm talking about the red uncommon giant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if you're giant,
Yeah.
you're trying to build. Oh.
Yeah, the uncommon giant works with more creatures that aren't changelings. That this one is in a different color. I don't know. Mistbind Click. This is the original champion of Fairy, or the original champion.
Probably
kind of
quite
thing.
good if you can get enough changelings. Yeah. Obviously, there are some fairies, but like you
one that
need to
taps the
prioritize.
land.
You time walk them, kind of.
I assume this card is good enough.
Yes.
I assume I would pack one pick one of those cards.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is actual champion. It's not.
Yes, you have to champion it from board, and when it leaves it, the card goes back into play. I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wanderwine Prophets. This is the 6-mana champion of Merfolk.
No.
Looks like a 6-mana 4/4 that removes something from your own board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
We don't have the infinite turns combo.
This seems to transform that you hit once, you actually got it, and then they probably weren't able to block it that turn, so you keep going.
This is too much nuance for
Bitter Blossom.
Yes.
Very good. Fairy Macabre.
No.
3-mana 2/2 flyer. No. Goblin Chieftain. Good in
Yeah,
goblins.
that would be good. That would be very good in this format.
Yeah.
Red decks with changelings too. Yeah.
Yeah. Goblin Sharpshooter. Just a fucked up card.
Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, for like PSA, if no one has like cast Goblin Sharpshooter before, you read it and you're kind of like, okay, you play with it, and it is the most fucked up card on the board every time.
They never can control an X1. They all your creatures have +1 power, +2 power, kind of.
Yeah, anytime creatures die, like anytime a creature dies, you get to kill an X2 for free. Anytime 2 creatures die, you get to kill an X3 for free.
If you
The moment
if
you
you
go to combat,
attack,
the game
if you
ends.
attack and they trade, you get 2 untap triggers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just like immediately ping like X3 and it dies.
And if you put the dagger on it, you can untap it with Merfolk Lord.
Yeah.
Heat Shimmer, no.
What's that card?
3 mana sorcery, make a token copy of something that except something any target creature, it could be your opponent's.
Is it sorcery? So no.
Yeah.
I think it's just not that good.
No.
Like worse than active creation if you're doing it in your opponent's thing.
Devoted Druid is a mediocre card, but it's like
It's a 2 mana elf that sometimes lets you cast a single card ahead of schedule.
Yeah, probably good.
I definitely play
The
it.
elf type is nice, but
When
this
you get a
2 mana ramp
PT
spell is
stamp,
not
it's a
great.
special guest copy.
it's only okay.
You can put it directly.
I will buy
Never seen
anyone's share of this house if they win a game with Helix Pinnacle this weekend.
What is that card?
Pay 100 mana, you win the game.
Yes.
The Lava Leaf.
Pay 100 mana, you win the game on your next upkeep.
Can you be a little more specific?
No.
Green enchantment shroud X, put X counters on it at the beginning of your upkeep. If it has 100, you win.
Oh, literally.
Was not kidding.
That's why
He
it was
does have
hard to be
shroud,
more
though.
specific.
Wow. That's not shroud.
Okay, Leaf Crown Visionary, very, very strong card. Don't pass.
My bad.
Regal Force.
Regal Force, I assume.
I assume this card's great.
Good?
It's very 7
It's
mana.
like,
It's
like
very 7 mana. I
It's
agree.
gotta be playable.
Would you rather draw
Is it
3
green
cards or
creature
flip 3
or
cards
It's
on
an
top of your deck?
elemental too, notably.
I would rather play a Prism Basher
I
until
think
lights
it's
on
still
it.
good.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
but you don't
don't
always
know
get
if this
Prism
card is
Basher.
better than Prism Basher.
I wish one
But you
Killing
don't
Your
always
Blood's
get
bad,
Prism
murders
Basher.
bad.
Huh?
So you don't always get Prism
So
Basher.
Regal
Okay,
Force
And it's
is
an
good
elemental
enough
you
to
can
put in your
you
deck.
can ramp
should
into it with the
Think about it
Flamebreaker.
as a relevant
Okay.
card. Get your 7 mana's worth. but
Yeah.
play it.
Manamorphose, like you can take it near the end of a pack, I guess. Risen Reef, good, very
Yeah,
good.
it's
Yeah, very good.
actively very good.
That cartoon's broken.
Yeah,
That
Twin
seems
Flame Travelers.
That cartoon's really
Slippery Bogle, no.
We're almost there.
Dolmen Gates,
I saw this once, I
What
did
is
not
Dolmen?
take it.
What does it
What is
do?
Dolmen?
prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to attacking creatures you control.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen this one. It's not good.
It's not good.
Destinies. We're not there yet.
Oh.
Well, Door of Destinies now.
It's a banger.
Yeah. What?
This is 4 mana. Choose a creature type as it enters.
Oh, yeah.
When you cast a spell of the chosen type, put a charge counter on this. Creatures you control of the chosen type get +1/+1
Seems
for each
strong.
charge counter.
Slightly weirder, but probably just as fucked up. Chronicle Victory.
It's
Yeah, it
not
doesn't
just as
draw
fucked up
cards.
because it doesn't draw cards and it doesn't pump things when you play it.
But I mean, I do think it's fun.
It is strong, I think.
It's very fucked up.
Were you playing with it or against it, Nicole?
I was playing with it.
Oh, okay.
It was incredibly fucked
I
up.
wasn't sure if
I've
this
lost-
was like a joy story or a
We
horror.
glazed over Dolmen Gate. What I've lost to that.
Uh,
I don't think it's very good.
It's not good. Yeah. Painter Servant.
No.
It's
You
actually
get
the
a
worst 2
PT
mana 1/3
stamp.
Scarecrow.
Nope.
No. 1,000-Year Elixir.
I
No.
have a question, which one is entirely relevant. How many vivid cards do you need to see from your opponent before you board it in Painter Servant?
It's
In
their other
addition to
types.
their
It is
other
not
colors.
their other types.
No, it is
No.
definitely-
All cards that aren't on the battlefield, spells, and permanents are the chosen color in addition to their other colors.
I thought.
So probably -2.
Oh yeah, that's certainly.
Great.
Is 1,000-Year Elixir the shuffle it into your deck game?
No, it's
No,
No.
it's the
Creatures have haste for activated ability
It's,
purposes.
Okay.
It's
What's
the
name
commander
of the
card.
I'm thinking of?
Elixir of Immortality.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
like, that would be playable in some decks.
my Elementals deck could really use that card.
Okay. I think we are done with the Rares and Mythics meeting. Woo! Woo Limited. That was actually a pretty good pace.
I have one House Logistics. Someone has